Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential gazebo area. Let's go ahead and go right into the overall dimensions. And I'm going to turn off the pad here for a second and look at the dimensions. So overall height, I have it at 11 feet off the finished floor. I have the upper beams over here, the top edge of the beams at 7 feet off the finished floor. You can see I have these at, these are 2x4, so the actual dimension rather is 3.5 inches is what I'm placing here. And then each section of the 8 sections here is 4 feet 11 and 11/16 of an inch from corner to corner. This is off a little bit, but it's okay here. Total distance I have at 13 feet. I have a slope here of the ceiling at 1 foot out, 8 foot down, so 12 to 8 drop, and I think that's about it. We do have these doors that swing out as far as I'm aware, and then also there's a fan here in the middle, and that fan I'm told is going to be a 6-foot diameter fan. And from the drop down here from the top, I should say the bottom edge of the beams here, down to the fan blade bottom, I have it at 2 feet 8 and 5/8. Now that might be different, and it's going to make a difference as far as the true drop here, as far as making meeting the clearances to combustibles on the heater. So I'm trying to work with that 6-foot diameter fan. Also, just a couple of notes here. I got 119 square feet of space in here. That requires about 35,700 BTUs to heat up that area for the most preferred or comfort that you can get with an infrared heater. And then also looking at different options, I have the Slimline 2424, the CD 3024, and the Slimline 4024. The first 2424 would be 4.36 units. The 3024 would be 3.5 units, and then the 4024 would be 2.6 heaters. And that's just to give you an idea of how many units would be required to heat up the area properly. Now, the other issue that we have is to meet the clearances, and with these distances, such as this, 4'11", you can see how that is going to make a big part or decision on the actual units that you choose. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to turn off a portion of the top here, and we'll turn off these dimensions here and look at the different options I've looked at. So this is going to be the first option here, is going to be my preferred option. These are the Slimline 2424, so that's 2,400 volts at 240 watts. Sorry. And you can see here I have 4 placed within this span. And the issue that we have to deal with is regarding the meeting the clearances to combustibles. You can see that the OEM bracket isn't going to fit. It's not going to attach to the ceiling here, so you're going to either have to get a extended bracket, and or possibly you can hang these off of a chain. Making the angle that you see here is not going to be easy when you use a chain type of thing, but in any case, they do have extended brackets, and if we were to just extend this bracket out, we can see how much of a bracket we need. Let's see if we can do that properly here. So this is going to be a rough estimate, but if you can see here, we'll move it up 4 inches, and 4 inches is approximately the length that you're going to need. So you can see here that it comes up a little bit past the 2x4s here, and so the heater will have to drop another fraction of an inch in order to use the 4-inch extended. But they also have a 6-inch and a 2-inch extended, and the 2-inch won't be long enough. The 6-inch would be much longer than this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this back here for a minute, and just bear that in mind. Now, the other thing I want to show you is You know, you might think, well, why don't we just put them against the edge over here? So let's go ahead and do that and give you an example. So here's on the edge, I have these at the maximum drop from straight out. Let's see if I can get in there. Straight out, 45 degrees down. I want to go ahead and show you part of the owner's manual here. You can see here that the slimline, when you use the OEM bracket, there's 2 different sections here that will dictate the angle. So here's the 30-degree angle with the longer end on the bottom, and with the shorter end on the bottom here you get a 45-degree angle, and that still is not efficient enough for this application. So that is the reason why I'm not placing them on this beam over here. I'm going to go ahead and just show you the footprint of heat. I'm going to turn off the preferred option and look at this ray footprint of heat. You can see here we're not heating up the perimeter of this space very well at all. In fact, I'm going to turn off the screen in area here, the screen color, just so you can see that, yeah, we're not heating up the perimeter here very well at all using the mounting on a vertical surface on the edge here. As well as I believe there is an issue regarding the clearances, so that won't work as well. You can see the clearances are not being met on the sides here. You know, typically most people have this on a wall or something of that nature without these angles here. So again, that is another issue with regards to making this as a recommendation. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And I want to show you also possibly a 3024, a CD model, so you can see the difference in shape and size. But the CD model, this would be something that could work. However, I think the CD model would be something that would be awfully hot. This is a 3000 watt unit, and there's dual elements. You could turn one element on, one element off. However, again, you know, meeting those clearances is an issue. When you change the angle to the CD model so that it's not pointed straight down to the ground, then you must increase the clearances above the heater to 24 inches. So, and looking at the clearances below, you know, this is why I have it placed in this location here. They're not exact centered, I can see here right now, but if I was to move it over properly here, let's see if I can do that on this. Actually, it will not work here. So let's see if, here we go. All right. So in any case, yeah, we're not meeting the clearances properly. I might be a little bit off on this one here. I don't use this model very much at all, but in any case, that would be probably way too hot. So you could obviously just, you know, remove one unit, something like that, or remove 2 units, and that could be something that might work, but you're not going to heat up this space over here. Something I didn't talk about yet, but I'll mention this real quick. This is infrared heat. Infrared is a light wave. Light travels through space. As it travels through space, it extends and stretches and reduces in its intensity. So yes, you might feel a little bit of warmth over here, but it's not going to be the ideal amount of heat. As I stated before, let's go back into the dimensions. A 3024 here would take 3.5 units to give that proper 35,700 BTU output. So you can see that you're not going to be comfortable here. Here you might be comfortable, and also here, but again, without having all 4 units in there, that's not going to be something that works very well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Also, this is look at the CD 4024. So the 4024 and 3024, you can see they are different lengths. One is 33 inches, the shorter one is 33 inches, the longer one is 39 inches. The 39-inch one will not work. We just can't meet those clearances unless we move the heater up even further, which we have that issue regarding the diameter of the fan. That's why I have that fan exactly at that height that I showed you before, 2'8" and 5'8". And you need to make sure that your heater bottom edge 18 inches out, 36 inches down, and we need to make sure we meet those clearances. So that's some of the information why I have it set up the way I do. So anyway, I don't recommend these, and we could talk about that if you want, so go ahead and call me about that. But going back to the last one that I don't recommend, which would be the utilizing the two 4,000 watt units, you'd have to mount it so it's in a position probably hanging down from a chain or something of that nature, but below the fan blade, and you can see that we can't even meet that and meet the clearances to the edge over here. You know, we need to have that clearance above, which we're not meeting with this length, and you know, you can see here from left to right, we're not meeting the clearances here as well. So yes, I try a bunch of different models and to see if they would function, and obviously these are not meeting clearances to combustible. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that one off as well and go back to the original, which is my original recommended placement. And let's go ahead and turn off those dimensions here for a second, and you can see that again, the brackets, you will have to adjust that somehow, but we are meeting the clearances to the fan, you know, blade. We're about 1.5 inches, 2 inches below on that 18-inch side, and on the top side, which is 6 inches out from the edge of the heater up and 6 inches out to the top, you can see that we're meeting that as well. So this would be my recommended footprint and placement of units. And again, you know, we may be able to remove one unit if this is an area that's just not occupied because it's a entry exit point there. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and we truly appreciate that. Thank you. Have an excellent day.